It's inspiring moments with Kaylin. It's inspiring moments with Kaylin. Come on in. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are enjoying your Sunday. I hope you are just enjoying to be alive. I am super duper glad to be on tonight, to be able to just bring another great word that the Lord has given me, and to just encourage because I really want to try to do more things that have to do with what's going on in the world. So I do want to say thank you to those who are starting to watch. If you are new, I do have a couple things that I would like you to do. First, please go check out the Kaylin's Caring Connection Facebook page. On that page, you'll be able to see recent posts that we may post. We may share things from other people. We may do just certain things to keep you updated with what's going on in the whole Kaylin's Caring Connection world. Another thing that you can do is please follow the Instagram, which is at Kaylin Cares 15. On that Instagram, you will see some of the same things as what is on the Facebook page. Another thing that I would like you to do is please go check out the YouTube channel, which is Inspiring Moments with Kaylin. We changed the title again if you are new or if you've had it for a while. Yes, it's changed, but it is Inspiring Moments with Kaylin. So please go follow that new YouTube channel. It is the same. You get to see everything I've done with Inspiring Moments, but we're just trying to do something that really catches people's eye. So if you just need a word of encouragement or you just are feeling a little whatever on a certain day, go check that out because you can get a great word from the past videos that I've done and just be able to see how far I've grown. One last thing that I would like you to do is go check out the Kaylin's Caring Connection website. On that website, you will be able to find a lot of the things that I have done with Kaylin's Caring Connection. You can see why I started it, why I want it to be a part of the world, and how I have been able to help as many people as I have over these last 5 years. So I am super duper grateful to those who are watching. And again, I love you so much for all your support, whether you are new or whether you have continuously been here just to be able to help me and help push my vision and my motivation. I am super duper glad to those who have been able to help with the fundraiser and do stuff, but I will talk about that later. But I do want to bring that to everyone's attention that there is a fundraiser going on. But yes, I will speak about that later. To those, again, when it comes to COVID, we're still under a certain time where we have to wear masks. Please be safe, do the responsible thing, and wear your mask, wash your hands, bring hand sanitizer. Please, please, please do everything that you can to be able to stay safe because a lot of us are tired of being in this state. I know I am. So let's do all we can to be able to make this whole time a better situation and allow us to come out of it. Now, today I will be coming from a more serious topic. And my topic really is just a question is how can we fix injustice? What can we do to fix injustice? How do we fix injustice? Because at the end of the day, we have seen it. Some of us have experienced it on a personal level, and it is something that sadly we have to deal with in this world. A lot of times it's racial injustice, sometimes it's social injustice. It's just a lot of things that happens that aren't right, and we need to be able to talk about it. But before I can answer that question, let's just dive right in and talk about injustice. Injustice means something that is wrong, something that happens because it happens for a certain reason, and it happens because it happens in a way that doesn't necessarily mean good terms. It's not something good. When people come and they try to racially discriminate against you and they do certain things, that isn't a form of injustice. We have seen it through several people who were sadly victims of a lot of racial injustice going on in the world. And it's very sad. I mean, I know I'm 15 years old, and yes, there are some things I have to deal with. I may not have dealt with everything personally because I try to distance myself away from those things, but it's going to happen. It's life. A lot of people don't always accept you for who you are. And that's another step, because I know last week I talked about unity, about being able to unify us together. But one building block, one thing that is majorly separating our world right now is because people feel like that one race is stereotyped to do this and another race is stereotyped to do that. And because of that, it clashes and it causes different problems to happen, different things that are unjust to happen. It's just the world that we're living in. But I do want to encourage you that we can change this. We can turn it around, because we don't have to act this way to each other. People try to do things because they feel like this, because a person may have made a mistake in their life and they may have been of a certain race or a certain nationality or a certain religion. They feel like because they did it, all people are bad from that race, or all people don't know what to do. And they stereotype people, but that's not right. Justice denied anywhere dismisses justice everywhere. If you see things that are going on in the news, you've seen police brutality, you've seen people protesting for their rights. If you sit there and deny it and don't actually come out and talk about it, that means that you're just trying to accept that this is a part of life and it's going to keep happening. And you're not willing to change it. You have to change your mindset. Yes, this is happening in the world. Should it be happening? No. We should not be allowing all of this to happen, because it's not right. It's not right for people to be judging you, to try to make you feel like you're not entitled to something because of your skin color or because of something that you stand for. You were created unique, and you can't change how you were created, because God created you in the best way that he can. And he created you unique to everyone else. No one is supposed to look like you. Nobody. We may share a common gender. We may share a common race, but we're all different and we have to embrace our differences. Every time we witness or see injustice and do not act on it, we train our character to be passive in its presence and thereby eventually lose all its ability to defend ourselves and those we love. Now, to explain that, that means that every time that we see certain things on the news, whether you see it in person, every time you see it on the news, and you don't at least try to share it and get it out, or at least try to talk about it like I am now, that means that you're just allowing it to become of you're like, this is everyday life, is not going to change. We can't do anything to change it, and we're going to allow it to keep happening. And that means that you aren't allowing yourself and not allowing your voice to go to its full potential. We all were created with a grand voice, and we all know how to use it very loudly in certain ways, because whether you're talking to your friends, you know how to use your voice. But it's whether or not you choose to. And you choose to stand up for what you believe in. And you choose to stand up to those people and those things who try to judge you because of something that's going on. The worst form of injustice is pretended justice. Now, pretended justice means when people try to say, oh, well, this happened and we're going to try to put it over the news and we're going to share it for a short period of time, but then people just eventually forget about it. That doesn't mean that that doesn't do anything for the situation. We see with Breonna Taylor, things have happened. She was killed because of the fact that policemen, or because of her race. It's not fair to her for her to have died, especially in the way that she did. It's not right. But you see that people in the world were trying to forget about it. They were trying to downplay it because of other things going on in the world. That's pretended justice. They're trying to act like, oh, well, some of the rights were settled because this happened and we were able to share with others and people spoke about it. No, justice still hasn't been served because not those officers are still not where they need to be, and they need to be. They did different things where they should follow for their consequences. They wrongfully killed somebody, and it's not right. They're trying to pretend like everything's okay, and then that's the world that we have to live in. But it's not. You don't have to sit there and say that you have to conform to what they're saying or that nothing's going to ever change, because those right now who are trying to protest and who are trying to use their voice for change, they really are trying to keep this and make it true justice, not just what the news wants you to see. Because a lot of the times the news doesn't always show the full truth. You have to do your research. I'm 15, but I still see all of this stuff going on. You have to be able to remember those and be able to bring light to them. Because if you don't, then that means you're just keeping it hidden. You're allowing that stuff to just go under and pretend like it never happened. And the more we pretend like people aren't getting killed or people aren't getting racially discriminated, that's when we start to conform to them and not allow our voice to be heard. You have to keep pushing. You don't have to do it in a violent way. You don't have to break anything. You don't have to try to kill other people because others were killed. You just have to simply use your voice. Your voice is a weapon within itself. By the words that come out and the actions that you do, we all will be able to fight, but it all starts with you. Like I said, one person can do so much, but when we come together, we can do a lot of great things. And a lot of people think that when we mean peace around the world, we mean not having wars and we mean not allowing people to be killed in the army or anything. No, true peace is not merely the absence of war, but it's the presence of justice. To be able to have peace in this world, we have to be able to bring light to the things that are not going right, that are not always easy to talk about, and we have to fix them. Because the more we put them on the back burner, the more it eats away at us, and the more it makes the world a bad place. You see what it's done when people don't speak up, when people don't try to do things, and they know what's happened, and they know how the situation is gone. They don't try to make light of it. They try to hide it because, oh, it's too difficult to talk about. Or it's a touchy subject for people, so I shouldn't really talk about it and get it out there. No, use your voice. It was created for a reason and for a season. Injustice and corruption will never be transformed by keeping things hidden, but bringing them out into the light and confronting them with the power of love. A lot of people right now are only going through the power of hate because they feel like they have to hate other people because, oh, this is how I was raised. I was raised that this race is bad and that this race is bad and that they can't do anything great and that they always will be this and that. You have to stop going by stereotypes that you were taught. This is 2020. I understand that some people, some children are going through, and I'm saying this for people in my age group because I see it a lot. A lot of people don't truly know the research. They don't really go down looking up about politicians and going about stuff, but they try to act on it and try to speak on it on social media. Social media is not meant for you to come on and say feelings and you're not saying the full truth. You're saying things that you heard from adults, and you may not know if it's true unless you do the research. I'm not saying I know everything because I definitely don't know everything about politicians, but I do know that some things are right and some things are wrong. And that unless we want to be able to come out and be able to confront some of these things, we have to show love to those people that it may not be as easy to. God shows love to us on a continuous basis every day by allowing us, for those who are like me, who can wake up, who have clothes, who are able to breathe. God is showing you love and continuous grace throughout your life. So you should show the same to others because not everybody has everything you have. Not everybody is going to have the same opportunities as you have. But if we come together and try to help each other, we're going to be able to get in a better spot and make light of a better situation. If we want this world to change, it starts with yourself. You have to be the change that you want to see. If you want to see this world go into something different and try to change and try to allow this to be something well, you have to start and look in within yourself and say, what are small things that I can do to share and to try to make light of certain things, whether it's a happy cause or a bad cause. You have to be able to make those small steps of change, because if you want something to happen, it starts with you. A lot of people say that they don't want to do certain things, or a lot of people say that they are not going to be able to accomplish something because of the fact that they feel like they can't do it, or they feel like if you speak out, you're getting in trouble. You should take that risk. Me coming on all the time telling how I feel, my important and my emotions, it's not because I can easily get in trouble with somebody, or somebody can easily make a hate comment and say, I don't like that you're saying this, or I don't like that you're saying that. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep using my voice. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Now, I want to talk about something that has happened, because I, as a 15-year-old African American young lady, feel very, very upset that this is happening, and we have to make light of it. On November 2nd, this year, 2020, Kwan Charles was found dead in the middle of a sugarcane field. He was 15 years old, the same age as me, and he was beat and lynched by his opposite race, by Caucasian Americans. That is not right. Just because we are African Americans does not mean that we deserve to be treated that way. That happened in the past, and I understand they didn't have the same tools. They didn't have the same resources. However, this is 2020, and I'm not standing for it, and I don't think anybody else should. That could have easily been me or somebody else I know. And that's what makes me upset, because you never know what you may walk into. You never know what may happen in your life. But the thing is, it's not right for people to beat each other up and do certain things just because they feel like they deserve it and I need to take my anger out on them. That is not right. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Emmett Till, Trayvon Martin, and so many more have been victims to injustice. And we have to do something about it. We have to do something different. It isn't right. Because you have to think about it in the sense that that could have been me. That could have been my best friend. And if it was my best friend, what would they want me to do? They would want me to continuously talk about it. They would want me to bring it up, because justice has to be served. It is not right for people to judge you because of your skin color. And for my African Americans, my fellow African Americans, I know that we constantly have time to say where we have to prove people wrong because we feel like they don't want to give us the opportunity anyway. But when people say things about you, the greatest weapon to use is to kill them with kindness. And I know it's upsetting sometimes because people want to use slurs that they shouldn't say. But you have to be the bigger person. You have to be able to say, this is what they're used to, or I don't know their beliefs, but I'm not going to sit there and try to pick a fight, because that's what they really want you to do. Sometimes people just try to get anger out of you, but you're better than that. Rise above it, because things that people do, those little negative comments, and those comments saying, oh, you're too dark, or you're not pretty because you're dark, or you're not going to be smart, you're not going to amount to anything because of your skin color. You can be anything that you want. Do what you can to be able to live your best life. You can do anything that you want to do. So keep pushing and keep doing it. Each time a person stands up for their beliefs, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, they send a tiny ripple of hope. And crossing each other from a million different places, other people are sending ripples of hope. And those ripples of hope allow us to be able to do things and to be able to make change, even if it means doing it small time, doing it little by little. Those little ripples of hope build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance. If you want to prove people wrong, if you want to change this, if we want to fix injustice, to answer the question, the way to fix injustice is simply by loving others, by not allowing those stereotypes that we hear constantly to define who people are. Yes, some people may try to act like the stereotype because they feel like they have to. But inside every person, there is good, whether they want to recognize it or not. We were all created to be good. Yes, sin creeps in and allows us to change our mind because that's what the devil wants and that's how he wants to distract people's lives. However, if we really want to fix this and turn this around for everyone, we have to be able to love each other, care for each other, and not judge each other. We must not sit idly by as injustices abound around us. We have a voice and we must use it. We must advocate for those who no longer have a voice. We must love greatly. Even if it's just sharing a post on Instagram, if it's sharing a post on Facebook, if you're coming on and you're talking about it, you have to be able to use your voice for change. You have to be able to advocate for those who have been killed wrongfully, for those who can't speak because of the fact that they have been wrong. You have to speak out for them because that's showing that you care. You may not have known who they were deep inside and out, but you cared for them because you know that they would do the same for you. And even if they didn't, you still have to speak like for those people. Now, I love Michelle Obama. I will continuously love her, even if she's not our first lady anymore. She will always be my first lady. But Michelle Obama once said that race and racism is a reality that so many of us growing up learned to just deal with. But if we ever hope to move past it, it cannot just be on people of color to deal with. It is up to all of us, whether you're black, white, whatever color you are, no matter how well-meaning we think we might be, we have to do it honest and be uncomfortable with working to get to a greater place and being able to work to be able to uproot some things that may be tough. We have to go through those difficult subjects. Just like in school, they when you're in history, sometimes they have to talk about wars where people die and they have to go on those sad moments. But they talk about it for a reason because there's a story behind everything that happens in our lives. There is a method to everyone's madness. If we really want to change, it's not up to just African Americans to keep using their voice. You don't have to be an African American to speak and to share about African American racial things that happen. I'm not saying you try to come on and try to explain how everything happened because you'll never know what it's like in somebody else's shoes, but everyone can do something regardless of your race, regardless of your gender, regardless of your belief, to allow this to stop. Nothing that we do can stop us from being able to change this around. We can do things together. We can do everything to be able to make sure that we really change this world. So, yes, how do we fix injustice? We have to be able to love each other. We have to be able to use our voice. Even if it's risky, you have to be able to stand up for what you believe in. Because not everything that we face can be changed, but nothing can be changed until we face it. I hope you have enjoyed everything I have said. Thank you to those who are on Instagram who are watching. I appreciate you so much because I'm trying to go on Instagram Live more. So thank you for watching and for tuning in. I do thank you for the hearts, the 100s, the emojis. Thank you so much to those who watch. Thank you on Facebook to anybody who has commented, who has wanted to just be able to be a part of this conversation with me. I'm so, so glad to be able to come on and use my voice, to be able to bring light to certain situations, and to be able to talk about it. I'm so, 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 again, thankful and grateful to those who consistently follow me for on Instagram, whether it might be on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube. Thank you just for watching. Now, before I sign off, don't forget the KCK fundraiser is still going on. Down below, you can see shirts and masks. We have a fundraiser going on. The t-shirts are $20, the masks are $10, and if you would like a t-shirt and a mask together, that is a bundle. For those on Instagram, you can go click the link in my description and you'll be able to find the website where you can purchase those shirts. For those watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can go to kaylinscaringconnection.com and click online store and be able to go there and purchase a shirt or a mask, because this fundraiser is helping for our Christmas and just year-round drive. We want to really help people as much as we can this year, because a lot of people have fallen on hard times and they really need help. And I want to do as much as I can safely to be able to do and help as many people as we can. So, and if you don't want a shirt, if you don't want a mask, you can just simply cash app Kaylin's Caring Connection, which is $ Kaylin Cares, just for a donation to the cause, because your donations are proof that it's not just when I go and get things, that means you're coming apart with me, whether you're physically there or not. You are here in spirit because you have donated and you have chose to partner to help other people. None of these profits go towards me and go toward my business. They all go towards people and helping them. So please, if you haven't, please go check that out. For those, for those like me who have school, I hope you enjoyed this last week. We are about to be on Thanksgiving break. I am so, so happy because I am ready for our break. Thank you for watching, Auntie Robin. I am so, so glad that you're watching, but please be safe. Enjoy this last week of school. For those, do your best to make sure your grades are looking right before you go on a whole week break where you're not doing anything. For those who have to go to work, or just adults, everyone enjoy your week. And I really, really hope that you get something out of what I've said. Please share this on your Instagram page or share it on your Facebook page, on YouTube. Really push this out, because we have to be able to share this to be able to make a difference in the world. I will see you next Sunday if the Lord says the same. I love you all, and bye.